Okay, we have another MacBook Air. This is a return job. Um, the device has been here before. Um, though it's coming in under a different description. The initial description was formerly job card was 1296 and now it's 7979. It says random shutdown. Initially it was dead. Initially the machine would not power on at all, but now it says random shutdown. If you guys can see that. Yeah. So let's see what we have. The technician that assessed it told me something about okay, the screws are already out. There are no screws. Okay. So the technician that assessed the device, he told me that when the battery is connected, and then you try to start the machine, it wouldn't start. The machine will only start if you have the battery disconnected. So that may be related to why the machine randomly shuts down. So I'm just gonna show you guys what he was. I've not seen that I've not seen it myself. He told me that over the phone. So I'm just gonna check what he was trying to say. So connect the charger. We have charger communication, and then we have on spin. So let's try to shut down the device. Let's try to. I'm gonna hold. Let me hold the power button. Okay, the device is off. Okay, now the device is off. There is something that I'm not sure if you guys saw. So when I hold the power button to shut the device down, it doesn't shut it down. Rather, what it does is it restarts the device. Then if you look at if you then look at so see what's gonna happen to my charger when I press my power button. So so I'm gonna press my power button. Sure, just trying to give you guys a better view. So when I press the power button, see what happens to the charger. So the charger switches, so it doesn't shut down basically. So say I press again, and then see what happens. It is as though I disconnected the charger and then I reconnected it back. So when I shut the device down, you see it shut down and then it starts by itself. Now that tells us that the two things we want to check. Two things we want to check. First thing first, we want to check the keyboard circuitry, which is basically the on and off circuitry on the keyboard. So this is a 2015, 2017. How are we going to tell that? Because of the JTAG connector. I told you guys how you can easily identify the year of your machine using your JTAG. So this is the 2015, 2017 logic board. So the next thing we want to do is let us let's check our circuitry, which is the keyboard circuitry as well as the SMC circuitry. So we disconnect our charger. Let's see what's happening here. Remove the battery. Okay, so now this is why This is why that is happening. I'm just going to show you guys that. So if you look at our trackpad cable, our trackpad cable is somewhat corroded. I don't know if you guys can see that. Uh, see that. So that is why disconnect. You see that? That is our problem. So this doesn't necessarily need a repair. What this needs, it's a trackpad replacement and a cable replacement. So the trackpad, the trackpad can still be reused. I mean, the trackpad cable can still be reused and cleaned out. But the cable is quite cheap. It's not an expensive repair. So all they just need to do is to replace the trackpad and the trackpad cable, and that will be it. So something else I wanna. So just to show you guys. Okay. Now, so what I need to do to show you guys that that is actually what the problem is. Let me get another trackpad and trackpad cable, and then we try it and see what happens. Uh, Come in, I'll get a trackpad and trackpad cable down. So this is another casing. So what you want to do is you want to take out the trackpad here and the cable, test it and see if uh, that solves the problem. So what the power button was doing, instead of shutting down the machine, it would it would pull down the SMC reset L signal basically. So it will just basically reset the SMC in a way to pull down the SMC reset signal, and then obviously, and it is an which would mean which would give the machine the behavior that the trackpad the bat the, the charger was disconnected and reconnected, which is why even when you try to shut it down, it does not necessarily shut down. Okay, let's uh, let's remove the old one. Let's get a so that can also explain why the device would randomly shut down. Because obviously, if that pulls SMC reset L signal down, the machine would obviously uh, uh, shut down uh, and restart again. Okay, trackpad is out. Now we're putting in another trackpad. By the way, guys, the trackpads for your MacBook Airs, the 2013 till 2017, they uses the same trackpad and trackpad cable. 2012 uses a different trackpad cable, and then obviously different trackpad cable will mean a different trackpad. And then 2011 uses a different trackpad cable. So the 2011 It uses a different trackpad cable. The 2012 and 2011, the trackpad cable. So the markings, you will find that the markings, you see the markings here, they are quite tiny. For that over 2011 and 2012, the markings will be a little bit bigger than this. That is beside the point. So now that we've put in another trackpad, let's see if that issue repeats itself. Let's put in our battery. Okay, so now another thing that initially also what the machine would do is uh, the power when the machine is finally shut down, you cannot power the machine on with a power button because the power button does not assert the on and off signal. Rather, what it does is it asserts the SMC reset L signal, so the machine wouldn't start when that happens. So now let's see what happens when we connect our charger. Now let's see if we have any difference. Okay, we have. Okay, now let's see if it changes. So now let's reach out to the power button. I'm trying to give you guys a better angle. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. Now let's see if we try to switch it off. Let's see if it switches off. Okay. You can see now it goes off. Our charger is still there. Then it didn't do what it did the first time. Now let's see if we can power it back on. Okay, as you guys can see, the machine is back on. So yeah, and that basically fixed the problem. So our issue was just the trackpad and the trackpad cable. Because our trackpad cable was corroded, that was why the machine was misbehaving. So so basically, this needs a trackpad and a trackpad cable. So guys, and that is it for this repair. This doesn't need a board level repair. What is required is just a trackpad and a trackpad cable, and that's it. So basically, what the trackpad was doing, the trackpad was causing the SMC reset L signal to go low. That was why instead of the power, so when you press on the power button, instead of the power button to basically assert your SMC on and off L, what it would rather do is it will pull down the SMC. It will basically assert the SMC reset L signal, and then when that happens, the behavior you guys saw, which is it will assume that you perform an SMC reset L, which the charger will obviously assumes disconnection and then reconnect it, which is why you cannot power the machine off with that power button, with the power button, because the power button, the message or the signal that was being sent from the power button was not our SMC underscore on and off L. So this just needs a trackpad and a trackpad cable. Does not require a board level repair. The machine has been here before. The first time it came here, it was dead, and now they say that the machine misbehaves, which is you cannot power the machine off with the power button. You cannot power the machine on with the power button. You can only start the machine with the charger connected directly and then the battery disconnected. So thank you guys. That is going to be all about this repair. I'll see you guys in the next video.